And good morning, Minecraft. This is Mr. Keserian, and welcome to another episode of my Let's Play series. So I have to apologize. Today is actually post-audio recording because my fraps forgot to actually process fraps for once. So we're making some wooden ties, crafted like so. You can see some creosote oil in the carpenter right there. Not too bad, not too bad. That's a seed oil carpenter. Oh, right, I need to put down my rolling machine. So we're actually going to use tungsten for this time. Tungsten is a Railcraft metal, but it has the advantage, when you put it in a rolling machine, of giving you 32 standard rails instead of just one. Not one, but the standard amount. So yeah, that went through. Wow, I really derped it up with this one, didn't I? Jeez. Alright, so there we go. Click to craft the last of it out. We have a full stack of rails. 3 stacks of rails, excuse me. Looks like our wooden ties are finishing up over there. Now what are we up to here? Oh, we're getting some more creosote bottles. I think I burned up all my creosote oil in that semi-fluid generator. But I found enough creosote bottles in chests, actually, to make this work out okay. Which is a good thing. It's a very good thing. So yeah, Fraps decided to derp up. It forgot that I had a microphone attached to my computer. That happens if I work on a laptop. So when I'm at work or at school, I'm still using my laptop. And I forgot to power cycle it, turn it on and back off. Turn it off and back on, excuse me, before I went to school. Or before I started recording, which I almost always do. So we're crafting some standard rails here. Not too shabby. Bunch of tracks. All right. Oh, we're going for some more. We're going for some more. And I decided that's enough tracks for one day. That's not enough tracks for one day. I guarantee it to you guys. So we're going to go over here. Liquid storage room. And this is all because I have gotten tired of walking. Very tired of walking. Alright, let's figure that out. How far that wall goes. Right there. There we go. So let's just carve out a little room here so that we can actually have some space. And let's use the super drill. Super drill! To the rescue. So yes, I hate post-recording. I can't tell you guys how much I hate post-recording. Because basically it's just watching my own work and going, wow, I could have done that a whole lot better. On the other hand, it probably is actually pretty good for my creative nature. I hesitate to call myself creative at all, to be honest with you guys. I'm kind of a derp when it comes to creative. Not the game mode, because that's kind of hard to derp up. Oh, I should just quit when I'm ahead. Yeah, so anyways, when I unplug my microphone, Fraps automatically switches to no microphone detected. But what it doesn't do is it doesn't redetect when you turn the computer on. So my microphone's plugged in, the red recording light's on top of the microphone, but it doesn't actually record anything. And I recorded 2 episodes as soon as, oh, creeper, creepers, quickly, cycle. Darn it. Smart creeper is going into constricted spaces where I can't hit it from range. Oh, hello, buddy. Oh, I hate creepers. Especially when they're in my bloody base. Alright, so let's clean out the inventory a little bit. Should have done that before I started recording. But, you know, what's the fun in that, right? Yeah. As you can see, my quarry is actually running in the background there. Just so, you know, get some more resources pulled together, right? Right, guys? Resources. Okay, let's fill in the floor. I actually have to say, I've been, I say a lot, don't I? I need to stop that. I used to not, actually, and when I'm speaking in real life, I don't. I don't want to put it there. I want to have it right up against the wall. And I didn't bring my crowbar on me. I don't have it right up against the wall. What am I doing? Oh, I'm shifting it. Okay. So yeah, I don't say a lot when I'm actually speaking in public. I used to do... I don't want to do that either. That's exactly what I just was doing and didn't want to do. And now, of course, tracks are going to be derpy because it's Minecraft tracks. Yeah. So, I don't say a lot when I'm speaking in public, simply because I actually have had formal speech training. I used to do mock trial, actually. If you don't know what mock trial is, you basically get up there, they give you a case, and you all play the role of either attorneys or... That's not going to work. You either play the role of attorneys or witnesses. And the attorneys have to ask the questions, and I was actually my school's lead cross-examining attorney. So, if you've watched like a court procedural or a court case procedural, like Law and Order, let's say, where they actually show the courtroom stuff, they tend not to with stuff like CSI or NCIS. They don't show the courtroom stuff because most courtroom stuff is just painfully boring. Well, real courtroom stuff is at any rate. So, said courtrooms, the cross-examining attorney gets up there after the other attorney on the other team has asked the witness, well, what did you see? What do you think about this? What about this? What about this? And your entire job as a cross-examining attorney is to blow their argument out of the water and, wow, I went too far, and make the opposing witness look like a liar, a thief, and a criminal. Yeah, you're that jerk. Like, that's your job. You are that jerk. Yeah, you're the one who confronts the victim's mother and makes her tell you all about how the victim was a druggie and this and that and the other thing and did crime and all this and that. So basically, you're getting paid to be a horrible, horrible human being. And I was the lead cross-examining attorney for my school. It wasn't really a school, but that's a long story. I won't even get into that. But we were allowed to compete under the Mass Bar rules. Massachusetts Bar Association puts this entire program on, and we received special dispensation to compete because of what we were. We were actually a homeschool cooperative, so as close as homeschoolers could get to a school. And every single one of us was underage. This was a high school program. I think I was like 13 at the time. It was a good experience. So I've had formal speech training. The attorney who ran the program who was our coach basically, made sure that all of the attorneys actually received speech training, because you're not rated on who wins or loses the trial, whether they were guilty or innocent, because it's not obvious who's guilty or innocent. Well, the first year I was there was pretty obvious. All right, so we're going to build this tower up, and those of you who know Railcraft should have a good idea of what I'm doing here. But I'm not going to actually do it there, because that's a horrible place to put it. So, those of you who... Yeah, our first year was painfully obvious. Wow, that got jittery quick. Oh, right, it's this. For some reason today, just in this part of the clip, it really just derped. It kept stuttering in and out and derping really badly. Here we go again. See? I don't know what's causing it. I am planning on putting together a tower, but I'll get into that probably in the next episode, which I'm also doing post-audio recording on. Yay! So, the first year was pretty obvious. It was actually a motion to suppress evidence gained during a search and seizure. Illegal search and seizure, Fifth Amendment stuff, I think? Fifth, maybe? Yeah, I think it's the Fifth. Yeah. So, you're graded based not on whether you win the trial or not, because usually it's pretty clear after you've hashed over the material for the 20th time who actually wins the trial. But you're graded based on how well you act your part, basically. How polished you are, how precise you are, how well you act your part, how much you grasp courtroom decorum. So you have to receive training, and you have to have a coach. And our coaches they were both trial attorneys, both very good at what they do. And they made sure that we knew exactly what we were supposed to... Oh, okay, so I see how you're supposed to do that. I'm trying to make it line up, and I can't. I never manage it. Now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, that's how you do it. Okay. So we did really well, and we were always going up against private, really posh, prestigious private schools. Anyone from Massachusetts, and we competed against Andover Academy, Phillips Academy, all these big prestigious private schools. We never got past the first round, but when you're competing against private schools whose parents can afford to hire, $1 million attorneys to coach their kids in mock trial, you don't have too much of a shot. All right, so let's turn that Sound of Music down, apparently. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing for my desktop tower. So I need a new computer. I actually need 2 new computers. The major issue of lag on my laptop has nothing to do with the processor or the RAM. It's actually my video card. My laptop actually uses an internal video card that's built into the motherboard. It's not that great. It works, okay? It does the job it's supposed to do. Hold on. So it does the job it's supposed to do, but it doesn't do it well. At all. So I need to get a laptop for school and work. Because I work in IT, I need to have a laptop I could take with me. And I need a desktop to actually play my video games. Not play my video games, to record my stuff. So what we're going to do now is we're going to make some elevator tracks, and we're going to need some advanced rail for this crap. Advanced rail is kind of, yeah. It's a little expensive, but it's not too bad for our current level. We're running a quarry right now. We're running another 64x64 in the background. So, yeah. Alright, start crafting that. Let's get that music turned off because it's annoying. I'm looking at the waveform as I'm post-recording this, and I can see all of a sudden the waveform just kind of stops. So, I need a desktop and I need a laptop. And I want to build a gaming desktop, because if I'm going to get a desktop, it's going to be big, and it's going to breathe fire, and it's going to sound like a freight train rolling by my house. Actually, I hope it won't, because then it would be really annoying to record with. It's going to sound like something really, really quiet. Okay, really quiet. I'm a special case, I know. So I have statted out what I want to do, and I'm going to be putting it together and using a bit of the spare income I get while I'm in school to put it together over time, and hopefully I'll get some more over Christmas. And so the first part of that is I need to buy a case. And I've actually found a really cool case. It's the Thor case, I think it is, off Newegg. Looks awesome. Just looks epic. And actually, it's one of the few cases where I actually like the white one versus the black one. I got my phone in white, too. I have a Galaxy S4. I got that in white. But the downside is it's going to take me a while to put it together. I don't have a lot of spare income. I'm a college student. I deliver pizza, and I work on point-of-sale computers. Dry conclusions. Standard rail, redstone. Okay. So we're not making the elevator track. We are making the one-way detector tracks. Yes, one-way detector tracks. What they do is they will emit a redstone signal when a cart passes over them, like a detector track, but only if the cart is passing in one direction. Oh, I made elevator tracks. I thought they were one-way directional tracks. Oops. Well, you'll see that crafted in a couple minutes. Oops. So, I gave a spoiler. Jetpack on, jetpack off. Alright, so let's run this up. The nice thing about this stuff, actually... Oh, I almost put it in the wrong space. The nice thing about this stuff is it also functions as a ladder. So, it's multi-purpose. Expensive, but multi-purpose. Let's go all the way to the top. That looks good. That looks good. So what the elevator track does is the elevator track, when it's unpowered, will cause minecarts to still stick to it. And they'll slowly, well, not so slowly, but they'll rapidly slide down without causing falling damage. When they're powered, they'll cause the minecart to go up very quickly. Hence why they're called an elevator track. Whippy! So, basically, how do you get your minecarts up a vertical surface? Well, now you know. Let's make a minecart so I can actually show this to you guys. Going back down downstairs. Putting it on. And I think it derps here because I don't have enough space for the thing. Yeah, because minecarts will not fit down a 1 block space. I didn't actually know this before I started recording this episode. Yep, see? It just fell off the track and got stuck. Oops. Okay. So we're going to redo this a little bit. I'm going to push it forward. I'm going to say, oh, this isn't going to work. Oh, look at that. Oh, minecarts won't go down there. All right. Durr. Won't go down there either, Keserian. You need to make it a little bit. There you go. There's the charm. Cart went down. Cart got stuck. Keserian fixes his derp. Derping with Keserian doesn't have a good rig to it. That's not going to work. So remember, even though the track looks like it only takes up like part of a block, it actually takes up a full block. So just keep that in mind. Another trick with the elevator track is that when you power it from the top, the entire thing becomes powered. Yeah, that's not going to work either, Keserian. You've already figured out that that does not work. There you go. So we're going to run back. No, we're not. We're going to test it, I think. Jet. Boost. All right, we're up. We're looking. We're looking around. Okay, so now we're going to get ourselves a lever. A lever, if you're from weird parts of the world where you drive on the wrong side of the road. Damn Brits. Sorry, I can't resist. You guys only, almost killed off my entire, all my ancestors who were Scots. So, I can afford a little payback against you jerks. Bloody Brits. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Oops, that's not going to do it. Would you turn off the jetpack already? There we go. Let's get us back on the track. Minecart's really hard to push now, and we're going up. Look at that. Nice and easy. And now I also have a backup way of getting up there in case I, for some reason, lose power or my base is damaged or... NVIDIA, would you go away and stop trying to tell me I have a driver update? So anyways, yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at right now. I'm going to build myself a desktop tower. It's going to take me a while to do it. I don't have much money. I certainly don't have much spare money. I basically pay for everything myself. My laptop, because it's school and work related... my family's agreed to actually help me pay for some of it. And my boss has agreed to also pay for some of it because it's work-related. I love working for a small business. So, some of it. I think he's paying for like a couple $100. But it's not going to be a gaming laptop like this thing was. It's an Ultrabook. Because I need something light that I can carry around and schlep with me. And this thing's kind of it's a 17-inch Dell Inspiron XPS. 17-inch Dell XPS. It's not an Inspiron. All right, so now we're making one-way detector tracks. Because finally. And we need to run back to our crafting area. Should really move this stuff all upstairs into the tower. But I'm not quite there yet. Let's turn that off. I love doing post-recording. I really do. I absolutely adore it. And I'm supposed to be somewhere else right now. That's the best part. Like, my entire schedule got thrown off today because of a medical emergency with my grandmother. So, I'm actually supposed to be driving somewhere right now. But I have to post-record this, even though it's way ahead of time. I guess I could just do this later, but I want to get out of the way. And then I have to meet Amos online, actually, to do, an episode with him. So, as I explained earlier, the detector track... It works, the one-way detector track works like a detector track, except it's one way. Durr. It'll only trigger when a cart, you can see that arrow shape. Of course, I'm tracing the arrow on my screen like you can actually see my finger. The arrow says which way the cart has to be passing in order for it to trigger the redstone signal. Yay. And we're going to have to actually do some fairly complicated... No, it's not that complicated. Redstone... in order to get this to work. So we're going to put the detector track down right the... I should really figure out a way to automatically pull these carts back in. Like have deployers or something. And then... I could do it with the ME system, because the ME system goes all the way over there, I guess. But I kind of wanted to cut out most of that system, to be honest with you guys. Make it a little bit smaller and easier to manage. But power isn't really a concern for me, so I guess I could do that. Oh my word, these things are so hard to push. Okay, so I'm trying to test it right now, and it's not going to test well, because it's not going to transmit into that torch. But when I back up... Yeah, okay, it didn't show up there. Watch as it travels over. It just barely lit up there. Yeah, see, it's not going to transit into that torch for some unknown reason. It's going to go back away. Now we're going to go push it back around, and my game's going to get glitchy because I'm pushing against a minecart. And let's just make sure that this thing actually fires correctly. And actually this time, because of the way I push it, I should be able to see it go. Maybe this will work, Keserian says. Yeah, you can just see the bright red underneath it? It's lit. It is actually lit. I'm just making sure I crafted the right thing. Yeah, you can see it's lit right there. Yeah. Turn it around, it's no longer lit. Turn it back that way, it's lit. So it is, in fact, transferring correctly. That's a good thing. We're going to turn the jetpack back on. I can actually see on my audio waveform when I'm about to do it. Turn that back off. Break that. See how nice and easy it is with that. And we're going to put that in right there. And we're going to need a... Yeah. We're going to need a redstone controller in here, and some red net cabling. Programmable red net controller. For some reason, they're not stacking in there. I don't know why. So what I'm probably going to do... Yeah, that didn't work. Hint. Programmable red net cables actually count as solid blocks. Even though their hitboxes are weird, their hitboxes actually change as soon as they try and connect to something. So watch, I put that down, and then I can just drop the track on top of it like that. And it changes and becomes a solid block face on that side. Which I really appreciate. Let me be honest, I really appreciate that. So we're going to just run this cable up. That's all, you can just place a lever right on the cable. I will admit, though, I really miss red power. I really miss red power, too. For a lot of reasons. I miss pneumatic tubes. Because it's useful. We're going to turn this on. We're going to break that, excuse me. Come on. Come on, buddy. Yeah, for some reason that doesn't like doing that. And we're going to break that because I just remembered that the track isn't actually on the block it looks like it's on. It's actually the block in front of it. Put our programmable red net controller down. Yeah, these things are a little complicated. So we're going to scroll through this. I'm not going to find anything here because I'm going to get confused by all the numbers and buttons. And I'm looking for something I'm not supposed to be looking for. And I will probably... Yeah, okay. That just switches between the different circuits. See? And what I will do is that I will come back as soon as I figure this thing out. Yup. Alright, and we're back. And I got it figured out, which I'll explain in a couple minutes, because it's simple once you get the hang of it, but until you get the hang of it, it's not really that simple. So let's push this thing forward. You can see it'll trigger this, alright? And what that'll do is that'll actually turn off the track signal. See the track signal turned off? And when I push it back forward again, it'll actually light that signal. Okay? And don't mind any audio you hear in the background. Oh, I already have it up and running. Okay. So we're going to push this forward. Come on. Come on. Push forward. We're going to push this forward. And it's going to shoot up. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. So now we need to actually get the cart moving along the track. And let me just show you guys briefly how I set this up. I used I think it's called an SR latch. It's the same thing as the Red Power 2 RS latch. And I believe the way it's set up here is that white resets, I think it is. The best way to think about these RedNet controllers is they're like a programmable logic controller. Gee, I wonder how it got the name. Like an Altera board or something similar. So Red Power 2 is more like you actually have a breadboard, you know? Okay, so you can see SR latch. Light blue is reset. White will set it. And the output is magenta. And it's all outputting onto the left network, which is where I have the cable plugged in. The front of the box is the open side, where you can see like little circuit boards in it. So all you need to know about the RS or the SR latch is that blue sets it and keeps the signal on until white is hit, at which point it goes back to off, and it's outputting on the magenta. Okay, that's it. That's all you need to know. That is the behavior of a 2-input RS latch. Well, all RS latches are 2-input. But anyways, all right, so what I think I'm going to do is we now need to configure some way to get these carts moving along this track without too much of an issue. Issue! But I think, yeah, so we're going to run upstairs and we're going to figure out how to put this stuff together, okay? And hopefully soon we won't actually have to worry about this much ever again. Oh, we're going to need booster track. Advanced rails, some redstone. That isn't hard at all, is it? Not too hard. Not too hard at all. So, let's see. I think I have what I need to actually make it, too. Except I'm using standard track instead of the advanced track. So we're going to need to make some more of pretty much everything. As always, my inventory is completely clogged up because I can't seem to figure out how to manage this. And how much more do I have to record? Jeez, a bunch. So we're going to make ourselves some more of those. Can't quite make as many as I would like to. That's quite all right. Now we're going to figure out, oh, I should clean out my inventory. How do you guys watch this? Like, seriously, how do you guys even watch this? We're going to need some more track. Some more advanced track. So let's go over to the rolling machine. Let's make ourselves some more advanced track. Oops. Some redstone. And some standard rail. And that should make us another batch of advanced track. And I'm putting the precision sledgehammer away. And that should actually go into my ME system and not my bag, which I just figured out. That goes there, and that goes there. All right. Brief inventory management. And we have ourselves our advanced rail. I decide, oh, let's get ourselves a bit more of it, shall we? We have resources to burn. I have more tracks than I know what to do with. So let's make some more of that stuff. And what I believe I did was I got this hooked up and then actually put the booster track down in the next episode. So I think I put a little bit of it down now. Or did I? I don't even remember anymore. I recorded it earlier today. I don't even remember. So we need some here. Because remember, this is a one-track rail line. So you're going to have carts moving both directions on this rail line. I'm going to need some more of that. Yeah. So now that's lit. Let's get some more. And I think... I don't even know. So let's get some more redstone torches. And yeah. We're going to run back out and put some more of this track down, right? Alright, track going here. Because after all, we want our launch to be nice and fast. We don't have to worry about barely moving off the launch rails. I don't remember how to place torches, redstone torches, so they actually affect anything. Remember how I said I hate vanilla redstone? I really do. I don't know how it works or why it works. I know vaguely where I have to put the redstone torches to make the track make pretty colors. Not my thing, guys. It really isn't my thing. I find it obtuse, complicated, and utterly useless to know much about, to be honest with you guys. Alright. Sorry about that bing. That's actually, It's actually AMS messaging me going, "Hey, when are you going to be on the server?" My response, as soon as I can, buddy. As soon as I can. Yeah, so see, it doesn't like to cross-connect, and I don't know why. So we're just going to make it... I'm going to give up in a couple seconds and realize that this just isn't going to work. Yep, see, now I realize this just isn't going to work. I'm figuring out how to do it. I can't come to a satisfactory conclusion. So I give up and put the track back. Because sometimes the uphill struggle just isn't worth it. At all. At all, at all, at all. So we're going to drop this stuff down like that. Put a torch on there. Put a torch on there and hope they don't interfere with each other. Which they don't. And I will finish the rest of this, I believe I say. I'll finish the rest of it actually off camera. So I'm sorry I had to do post-recording on this episode, guys. It is unavoidable, technical difficulties and all, but at least I managed to give you some audio versus some other episodes I've pushed out where there's been no audio whatsoever and I haven't realized it, and then someone's messaged me going, "Hey, Keserian, you don't have any audio on this video." Oops. So I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you didn't find my post-commentary be too irritating. If you liked it more than my regular commentary, tough. I'm not doing this as a habit. It just doesn't work. I feel stilted and dumb. So, if you enjoyed the post-commentary, I'm glad you did. Don't expect it in the future. If you didn't enjoy it, well, don't worry. Next episode, after this one, will be the last one you'll have to do with the post-commentary for. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to thank you all for watching. It's been a pleasure. Let's make sure this thing actually works. If you did enjoy this episode somehow, give me a like, subscribe to my channel, or leave a comment. If you didn't like it, tell me what you didn't like. As always, everyone, this has been Mr. Keserian. I wish you all happy mining, and I sincerely hope that I won't have to do this ever, 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 ever again. Have a nice day.